Okay, so we still have a issue of low text HTML ratio. So one thing is you can add more text to your content, and if it's not enough, like here we have added different content or added a different text to each and every containers of our HTML side of page, and in between we have added this and this paragraph, and we have added this and here, and after running auditing again, we have still got some ratio down. It is about 9%. And if we just see on our SEO tool page and going to see the code to text ratio, yeah, here it is. And if I'm entering this URL, the root one, so 9.05% is the answer. So what we can do is, let's see where we can reduce our code. So one thing we have already done is we have already added the inline CSS here. As you can see, we have created a new style sheet, a code and a style sheet. We have added that to our CDN. This is an inline CSS which we already, and one thing is you can add inline CSS, all the inline CSS you can add in a different file. Okay, and you can also add inline JavaScript code into different files. So that's what I'm going to do. So it will help us, and here you can see there is this code which is about the subscribe button of a MailChimp, which we used here. If I drop down to this, there is a plugin which we are going to use, and here it is about, okay, so this is event handler, so we won't touch this, but we will add that to a different file. So to do that, what we're going to do is go to the theme folder, or wherever your theme will use your HTTP, do backup your footer file or wherever that code is. So it is on my footer. Let me just download that for the backup. So let me open that also, and you can see there's a different code added to it. Okay, so there is this SVG. What we am going to do is, let's see where it is in the footer. So I don't think there is any SVG. Okay, so I'm going to delete this SVG. I don't think there is any SVG right here. So I'm going to delete more code from here, deleting the SVG and replacing that with your own SVG file, or link that, upload to your media folder and link that. But I won't be doing this. I don't need any more SVGs right here. So okay, it's enough. Clicking on save and just going, okay, there's one more SVG. Let me delete that SVG. Okay, so here is the code about the subscribe button. Okay, so what I'm going to do is copying this code, all that in between the script tag. I'm going to create a new file which have this, and for that let me go to any section of my window and creating on new text. I'm going to give the name is like mailchimp.js. I will open that to Visual Code Editor and paste that. And now before pasting this, I will minify it to improve more performance. And to minify it, I will use my own tool here. Going to the SEO tool, search JS minifier. I'm going to copy that into this, click on submit. The original file was about 4 KB and 3 KB, but it's not that enough, but it does improve performance. So let me open that here, paste that, click on save, and let's upload that to my CDN here. Okay, uploading that. So upload has been finished. Let me see if I can access to my new file here. So yes, I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this code. Do have a backup. If something gets wrong, you can just edit that. So defer tag will be there. Source, this will be the source. So I will add the type, so JavaScript. So that's it. Let me add a comment. So this is about the event handler which we have already created a video, so I won't be minifying it, just adding that. Okay, so click on save. Let's see if it's working, and let me add that any email to it. Let's see if it does work. Okay, so I think it's not working. Let me open that code again. Okay. Let me comment it and see if it is working or not. Typing an email to it. So it's working, but when we have added maybe there's something wrong with the code we have pasted. So what we are going to do is, let's not defer that script. Let me just uncomment that, uncomment this, and delete the defer tag. Okay, and comment this. There can be a problem when you defer a script, so it's critical, so that's why it may not be giving us the result we wanted. So you can just, okay, let me comment that. So it has been commented. Click on save and let's refresh that. Okay, so it's not working. So what I'm going to do is, there may be a chance that the file we have added after minification, there may be a chance that it may not give us the same result. So let's just unminify it and copy and paste that and upload again to our storage server. Let me just delete that. Yeah, here it is. Delete that. Let me rename that such that it won't cause any purge issues. chimp.js. Let me upload this, and so yeah, now we will comment that this whole script again. Here is the chimp source. Let's just download that and delete all the cookies first. Okay, so it's been loaded. Let's move to the down. Okay, so it's working now. So now what we can do is, we won't be deferring it right now, or maybe the minification caused any issues. So let me just delete this code now, and now let's add a defer to it. Let's see if it's work or not. So defer helps for FCP or LCP to get score higher. Let the main thread load first, and then you can load the JavaScript files. Oh yeah, it's working. So it's working now. Let's save it up and let's see if text to code ratio has improved or not from the 9. Code to text ratio, it was 9.05, right? And let's see if it improved or not. Okay, so code to text ratio is about 18.2%. So that's about it, and I think that significantly reduce our code ratio, and the text ratio is pretty high here. So that's how you can increase your code to text ratio. And now what we are going to do is going to rerun this campaign. Let's see if it eradicate this particular new issue of have low text to HTML ratio. So let's rerun that, and I'm hopefully it won't be there. So I hope you have learned this, how to deal with such error of low to HTML ratio. So that's how you can easily deal with it. First, you can add more text to your content or a page, or you can reduce the inline CSS, reduce the inline JS, such that you may have the higher text to HTML ratio. So site audit has been crawling pages. So next issue is don't have meta description. So meta description, as you know, it's very important whenever you search for any keyword like how to disable open graph or how to disable login, something like that, and the description you get here on the search pages like this is the meta description. So Google actually crawl that website and crawl that pages which you have submitted to Google Search Console, and what they do is they extract that meta name and meta title, meta description from your website, and paste that as in their search pages. So these are the meta descriptions which you see right now on the Google. So if your pages don't have a meta description, then this is a red flag for you, because Google won't be able to rank that particular page to their pages. So that's where you need to identify that. One thing is, it should be a valid page, and it should be a page that you want to rank on search engine. So that's why you need to focus on that particular page. So here, as you can see, there is a blog slash analytics. So it is basically you can say a category page, right? As you can see. But if I click on the edit category, as you can see here, we have a slug, we have a description option which is empty right now, and we can actually fill that using your own content here. But I don't want this particular page to be indexed on search engine. So that's one pro tip I want to give you. If you have such category or tag sections, don't submit that to search engine. Why? Because you should always focus on your blog pages or your product pages, or the product pages that you actually want to rank. You don't want to rank these categories or tags pages. Why? Because it is the navigational pages. It should be internal, it should be available to the internal users that come again, and nobody wants to see the category here and see the list of it. Obviously, if someone search for, let's say, how to breed a dog or something like that, then they should land on the informational page. That's what helpful content update is all about. So you don't want them to land on the analytics page, and obviously Google won't rank this anywhere close to up to 50 pages. So you should not focus on pages something like categories or tags, because it should be available to internal users. It should be available for navigation purpose only. So that's why I haven't added anything here, but to reduce our notice scores, so we will be start adding it. So if you don't see the metas here, you can use the rank math plugin, which you can find the link in the description box, where you can sign up for this platform and just install that to your website. As you can see, I don't use many plugins right there. I only use two. One is rank math, and second is WP Rocket. That's it. I don't use anything else, because that solves 99% of my problem, and rest I code myself. So here you can easily write a meta description to it, and for that part I will be using the Jasper, because I won't be writing each and every page to here. And here is, as you can see, there's a meta description which is not available for this. It is also a navigational. If we click on this, and what it is all about, it is the blog, and author is admin, and it is a page number. So it's a navigational. You don't actually need to write any meta description to it, because you won't be adding that to sitemap, right? So you won't be adding this. So I will be skipping all this. Let's see if there's any valid page that has no meta description. So let's browse that. See, all are the navigational pages here. If it has something for me, no, all are navigational pages here. So now, if you have something like that, then what you need to do is you need to have a plugin like RankMath to ensure your meta description is up to the mark. So whenever you go to the post page, if your post don't have a meta description, then first you need to go to the rankmath.com and download that plugin, and then after the successful installation and configuration, then you can go to the post here, click on edit. And after clicking on edit, generally WordPress get your first 2-3 lines to the meta description. So if you add a custom meta description to it, it will be helpful for your SEO optimization. So if you just click on this particular icon, which display the dashboard of RankMath, and here you need to click on the edit snippet, and there is a meta description. You will be adding it. So as you can see, it's already been added, the first 2-3 lines, or the first 160 characters. So it has picked up from my first paragraph. So that's how you can easily add a meta description to WordPress blog. And for the non-WordPress blog, if you don't have a meta description or meta name, then you should start adding it. And to add that, what you need to do is go to your header file. If your custom script doesn't have a meta description, then you should start adding a function to it. Okay, and the main, if you have a static website and you don't have a dynamic website, like if you need to add multiple pages, so you need to add a behavior code to it, just like a JavaScript code to integrate them with your script. So basic is, this is the meta name, which is should be this, reflect the compatibility to different browser, and here is the content language meta tags. So these are the meta tags that you should be needing it. And this is the main, the site name, which is Kwebby, and the meta description, and it has a PHP code that describe the meta description from a particular page. So that's how you can easily get that. And if you don't know how to get the code for your website, what you need to do is go to the meta tag generator. Okay, here is the meta tags.io, and you can also go to meta tags generator, or you can also go to Kwebby.com, go to the SEO tools and go to meta. So here is the meta tag generator, and here you can start adding your title, you can start adding your description, keywords. I don't think you be needing any keywords here. So there's also some configuration, allow robots to index your website. So if you say yes, let's do an example here. Let me just copy any meta description from here. So title will be this, okay, and meta description will be this. It's just for the demonstration. And keywords, I won't be entering any. So allow robots to index your website, yes. Allow robots to follow all the links, yes. So if you want to allow robots to follow all the links on your web, that particular content, then yes. If you don't, then click on no. What type of content will you display on the site? So UTF-8 is enough. Okay, so what is your site's primary language? It's English. And search engine should visit after these pages. So I don't think you'll be needing this. If you have an order, then you can just click on it. And if your page changes from time to time, you can enable that. Just click on generate. Okay, so it says it cannot be empty. Let me just add anything to it like this. So if you click on generate, so here is the meta tags you need for your website. Just copy that and paste it on your website. So that's how easily you can build a meta tag generator. And there's also meta tags.io, which is actually the best tool out there. What you need to do is just open any page that lacks meta description, copy that and paste that here. So it will start analyzing your website and get your content right here. Here is the description it has extracted. Here is the title it has extracted. So you can also select meta tags of social media like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can enable Pinterest, you can enable Slack, and you can also preview that here. So after you have enabled this with the respect of social medias also, and what you need to do is generate meta tags, and here is the code you will have, and just copy that and paste it. It should be in the head section, obviously. So that's how you will be adding a meta description. So in my case, it's all about navigation, so I won't be adding any meta text to any of these pages. So I don't want them to rank on search pages, because it is just for the navigation for internal uses. So I hope you have understand how to add a meta description, but for the score part, I will be adding some just to show how to solve that on your page. Okay, so next in the line is these images don't have alt attributes. So I've already done a blog on alt attributes and how you can actually add that to your images and how it impact your SEO. So if you go to the blog section, I will leave a article in the description box. So here I will search for the alt, and here why do e-commerce SEO experts use image alt tags, and I have emphasis more on the alt text on your any images or even on your Instagram account. And if you just go to here is the Google SEO blog where I have described why you need to optimize your images and add a alt text to it. So let me just search for the Google image. Okay, so here is the Google image SEO, and here I have described each and everything about it, and we have also created a video, so you can just watch that. I will put the link in the description box. Let's see the reports, which images doesn't have. Okay, so this images doesn't have an alt text, but if I open this, So it has a fake address generator. Okay, whenever we click on generate, this is the loader which doesn't have alt text. So the importance of alt text you already know. And for this particular page, what you need to do is, if you are not a WordPress user, then you can just go ahead and find that URLs file, backend file, where the HTTP request is coming from, on the HTML side of that particular page. And I have already have this fake address generator.php code. And when I search for the load, which is the image name, just copy this and search for it. So here it is. It has an image, this one, right? And now this is the image code. All right. And to add an alt text, you can just type alt, just open that with any alt text you want to define that particular image. So I will add the loader. So that's it. So it will add the loader to this particular URL. And if we just reload this page and click on view page source and search on the same, and here you can see the alt text is there. So that's how you can easily add the alt text to it. And for the WordPress website, so what you can do is, you have two ways. One, you can use the post section, and the second is to use your own plugin which can automatically generate alt text for you. So for the post section, what we are going to do is go to the all posts. The plugin which you can use for the automatically add alt attributes is the Rank Math. So I've already told Rank Math is actually the best plugin out there, which solves 100% of your SEO problems. So what you can do is go to the general settings, and after go to the general setting, go to the images, and here add missing alt attributes. So just toggle this button and it will start adding missing alt attributes to your all images. So if you haven't already, so if you have multiple posts with the missing alt images text, then you can start adding it using this toggle button. And you can also add alt attribute format also. So here I have added the title and the count number, so you can also add that. So every image will have this particular alt text, so the title will be there and the count number 1 2 3 4 and so on. It will help to optimize my images for Google SEO, image SEO. So that's how you can add missing alt text to your images. So what you can do next is to click rerun campaign, and there it will start deleting those which has already covered and increase your audit score. So that's one of it. So I will do these warnings, I will do in the separate time. Let me demonstrate all the method that has all warnings that has been there, and let me explain how to correct that. So that's how you can add alt images, alt text to the images. Now moving forward to the next warning, which is 32 pages have too much text within the title tags. Okay, so that means the title tag of a page, where is the title tag? If I just go to this page and view page source, and if we see the title tag, here is the title tag. So what that means is the amount of text in this particular title tag is more than the desired amount. Okay, and if we go here, if we see why and how to fix it, it should be between 70 character or less. So whatever title tags be more than 70 characters, it will be here. So it says all these URLs should be within 70 characters. So what I need to do is, these are all title tags and these are all URL which is from my blog. What I'm going to do is click open. Either we can just minimize this and optimize this particular tag, and if we just copy this and go to the SEO tools, let's see how many characters are there, the word counter pro. So if I type anything here, it says 75 characters are there. So one thing we can do is click on view page source and see the title tag here, and here the title of our blog, and here is a extension to it which is a site's name. What we can do is we can delete the site names from the post. And how to do that? You must have a plugin, whether it's a Yoast or a Rank Math plugin, to configure that. And what we can do is go to the dashboard and go to the title and meta section of Rank Math. And if you go to the title and meta section of the Rank Math, and you will have these all global metas. Okay, so this is the separate character, so post title or something like that. So I won't be using anything because my title will be different from here. To generate that, what we need is we need to have an post types. Yeah, so it has title, page and separator, and there is the site name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that separator and the site name and click on save. Let's see if it does reduce something, and let me just, okay, so it's still there. So single post title will be title and page. That sounds fine to me. So headline will be like this. Yes. So these are the blog posts. So it may take some time to actually edit that on our blog. Let's see, going to here. So yeah, the Kwebby has been deleted from here. As you can see, Kwebby has been deleted from our blog titles. So for that part, let's see how many characters are there. So characters is between 70. So that's how you can easily reduce. That is the one way. And second is, if it doesn't reflect that much, because it may be a more than 70 characters, then you have to optimize your site's title. So it's not that relevant. Okay, you can even rank from this particular here. As you can see, this is the title here. Let me copy that and see the characters of here. So 69 characters will be there. So half of the warning will be vanished from here, because all those Kwebby extension will not be there when you run your site audit again. So it will be resolved by that. Or if there is more characters to it in your title metas, then you should have optimize your title such that it will be between 70. And for that, you can just check this particular tool, Word Counter Pro, and you will get to know the number of characters here and optimize your titles accordingly. So that's about it about this particular issue. I hope you may be able to resolve that. Okay, so moving on forward to the next warnings, which is 14 external links are broken. So what are the external links? External links are those which you have linked in your blog post or maybe your pages and linked to the other sites. So it says 14 external links are broken. That means those links are not valid anymore. They may be getting a code of 404 which is not found, or maybe 50 which is have some issues with the server. So it maybe not be working, or it may be getting the too many redirects. So it says the 14 external links are broken, and if we click on it, let's see the reports of 14 external links are broken. And here it has many URL out there. Okay, so it has blog category. Okay, so it is listed on this. Let's see. Okay, so it is has been listed here. The links are here is not working. So the links are the category this, and it should be, because this I have stripped that category to WordPress tutorials. So I will be editing that, and to edit that, what we need to do is go to the edit category, and we need to fix that external link or any link that has been broken, and click on here, click on edit. I will slash that category and click this. Let's see if it's working or not, just double checking it. Okay, it's all not working. Okay, so it's also have a .co which is not valid, so we have to put the .com to it. It is internal link, but it is wrongly added as a external link. So yeah, it's working. So I will add this only, not to add any that redirects too many times. That's it. And there is a category of backlink also, blog category. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's not working. Going to this tutorials, SEO, back. Okay, so there is part to this particular. Let me go to this. So that's how we added that, and click on save. So now it will be reverted as a valid URL which has no external link broken. So yeah, so all pages are from this. If we see more pages, so yeah, so there is a blog also which has this particular external link broken. Let's see, go to this. So yeah, it has one link here. Let me edit that category. You need to just change that particular link such that it will start working. So it has a link of the Kwebby.co, so it's not working. Let me add that and click on save. So just go to that particular page and start optimizing it. And it's for the WordPress user, and for the non-WordPress user, you need to go to that particular file and open that and edit that particular link if it's not working, or add any related link that can replace that particular link. So if you don't want to lose any external link juice to your web page. So that's about it. So all these links has been edited, and when we rerun it, it will be vanished. Going to the warning again. Okay, so moving forward to the next issue. Next issue is 13 pages don't have an H1 heading. So H1 heading is also important as for the HTML validations out there. So H1 is pretty necessity for to rank your pages. So these are the pages which is a navigational. I don't want them to rank anywhere on Google search. So I won't be doing anything, but here is that has no H1 tag, and if we open that, let's see, so paying multiple URLs online, so it's just not landing anything. So we have to fix that page, and to fix that page I have to upload that particular URL and to see if it's working or not. To fix that, it's not for the non-PHP website, you have to check the file if it's there or not. And for the WordPress website, you just need to go there and add an H1 tag to your post. But most importantly, those posts are not that much of a headache because the H1 tag is already there because WordPress is optimized that way. But if you're using a custom theme or any theme for your website, you can go to the appearance and theme file editor and search for that particular page where the H1 tag is missing. So you have to go there and get that tag and just add the following H1 tag to it. Like here, it's about getting the page section. Okay, and here is the template parts that is necessary, which is the content page. And if we go to the content and content page here, and this is the article ID and everything is there, so we can just optimize our website accordingly. So here what we can do is we can add an H1 tag just like that. Add your title like from the blog or something and click update file, and it will be good to go. So that's how you can easily add or edit your website for that doesn't have an H1 heading. So if you have some custom script installed on your WordPress or non-WordPress site, if you want to help with that, you can just contact information in the description box. Okay, so moving on to the next issue. So next issue is 10 URLs with a temporary redirect. So temporary redirect is not a fix to your redirections, because temporary redirect may harm your search engine ranking. For example, if you have a page that has been temporarily redirect to new page, but the new page won't get any link juice. As we say about this issue, temporary redirects, it means either it's a 302 or 301 that has been temporarily moved to a new location. Search engine will continue to index the redirected page. The redirect page will be get indexed. The no link or juice is passed to the new page, so no link juice will be passed to the new page. So you have to be carefully redirect those URLs. So let's see what it has. Don't worry if you have a temporary redirects and those pages, if you don't put them in your sitemap, then it's all fine. If you put that in your Robots.txt disallow section, then it's totally fine. But if you put that in your sitemap and it has a temporary redirects, then it can hamper your search engine rankings. So let's see the result which we have here. So there's the Kwebby.com and it has some domain.facebook this, and it redirect to this final destination. So these URL don't matter to me because it is the temporary pages. It don't have any relevance to the search engine. So there's one thing, this is the tool which we have built and it redirect to the account login page. That means to access this URL you need to, or access this tool, you need to have account. So we can change that, and to change that, what I can do is I can remove the authentication from that particular script. Either you can go to your source code of this particular tool or any page you have and just delete that redirection. It may be redirection added to your htaccess or ngx configuration file. So if you do have that, just delete that. I will put that into after few minutes. So let me fix that. So HTML processes has a redirect or a soft redirect, which is 302. It's not a permanent, it's a temporary. So it's redirecting to the login page. So to edit that, let me go to my here and let me search the tool HTML compressor, going to the edit, and here it says login required needed. No, I won't be needed any login required to this. Click on save, and let's see if we can access our URL with this particular actually a compressor. So yes, we are getting our tool without any redirection. So this is the one fix which you may not have the same script, but if you have some authentication or something like that which we have discussed here, you can just easily remove that. And if it is redirected from the htaccess source file, what you can do is, if your server runs on Apache, then you can just go to the root folder of your domain, go to the htaccess file, and there you may have a 302 here. Just delete that. Either add 301, permanently redirect to a new URL, or you can just delete that particular rule from here. So it must be a redirect or redirect match. Just delete that, or redirect permanently, not temporarily, if it does affect your SEO ranking. So that's the one solution. And for the ngx, you need to go to the ngx .configuration file, and from there you can easily delete that. We have already covered that in the previous video, and you can also have a link to our blog section where you can actually find that solution. So that's how you can easily deal with such situation. So these URL I really don't care much, okay, but for this we can add a rule which we have already done. So there's also one more thing, which is page checker as your output is redirecting to this. So this is a software I really don't care about this. Okay, so it has been initial redirect to output. Let me just go to there. So it is redirecting to this. So this page has this particular URL. It also be a case for you. And if I go to there, this particular URL, if I can change this particular URL such that it won't get indexed from the audit. So there may be an internal link that has been wrongly input here. Let me search for the output. So yeah, here is the output. Here you can check it using this. So let me go to the edit section here, and after going to the edit section, let me search for the tool name or the link which has been the same, page speed checker. Okay, so here it is. So let me just go to the here. So it's a tool from the web.dev, and from our section is here. So yeah, the output has been, let me just click that. So that's about it. Click on update. So it also get corrected. So if you have some URL that has been wrongly linked on one of your posts that has been redirecting temporarily, then you can just delete that or edit that particular URL just like that. So hope you understand how to fix this temporary redirect issue on your website. Okay, so moving forward to the next is 9 outgoing internal links contain NoFollow attribute. So what is that? Internal link should not be tagged as a NoFollow, because internal links should be free flowing with the follow functionality. So it says 9 outgoing internal links has tagged with the NoFollow. Obviously, if a crawler has been crawling your website or crawling your post, and if you have an internal link that has a reference to other pages on your website, if you have tagged that with a NoFollow, then you may be missing out the link juice to that particular URLs. So how to correct that? Let's see which URLs has been contain the NoFollow attribute. And if you can see, these are the recent sites and have a NoFollow. So I really don't mind that, because I don't want these URL to be indexed by the Google. So I don't mind that, but let it be. Let me add a follow section. So to edit that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that script file of recent. So to theme here, this, and search for that particular file recent. Okay, so the domain must have an tag with your NoFollow. Just click on this NoFollow section. So it has a NoFollow. Let me add the do follow to it, such that I really don't mind getting followed internal links. So you can add a do follow obviously. So click on save. So I won't be adding a do follow section, because even if they actually do follow it, but my Robots.txt says should not be followed, then you can just correct that here. So I will add a no follow here, but you can easily edit that with your own values right now. So as it says, all the recent sites has been no followed, so I want them to be not followed. But if you want that, you can just add that. So let me add that follow again. Let me add that do follow here. So that's being done. So this tag you need to add it, rel, that tag is about the relevancy of that particular link. It should be the do follow, and here it's do follow, and if we run again and it will get eradicated. So now going to the next. And in the same way, if you have a WordPress and you are struggling to add a do follow or no follow to your internal pages, you can just go to post, all posts, and afterward go to any of your posts that has a no follow relative tag to your links. Just go there, and here is that links has been which is internal link. Just click on that internal link, and here click on edit, just click enter. But for the WordPress part, it has already been followed, so it doesn't have any no followed selection for the internal links. But if you go to there, if you have added by mistake, just go to edit as HTML, and here you will get the relevation tag, which is not here, but there must be a rel/no follow tag. You must edit that. Okay, so that's way you can solve your problem on WordPress. Okay, going to the next issue, which has 5 issues with blocked internal resources in Robots.txt. If I go to here, it says some resources, internal resources has been blocked in the Robots.txt. As you can say, the cap helper, these are the things that has been blocked with on my Robots.txt. So where is the Robots.txt? Here is the Robots.txt, and here you can say there's a allow section, and there also a disallowed section. So as you can see, anything beyond this is disallowed, so we have to configure that. And where is the robot.txt file? It should be in your root folder. Go to the root folder like kwebby.com or wherever it is, and here's the robots.txt file. Just double click on it or download on your PC and just review that which directory you want to allow. So the main purpose of robots.txt is to let the crawler crawl your website and direct those crawlers. Like Googlebot has their own crawler, Semrush has their own crawler, and they send the crawler on your website and scrape your website and give you the desired result. And that's how the same way Google actually scrape your website and list your website on their Google search pages. And first thing they do is to check robots.txt file, and if something has been disallowed here, they won't go to that particular URL, so it will be disregarded from the search engine. So do review this. Okay, so I'm not going to add anything or delete anything because this is being configured already, and if something is there that has been regarded as no follow, as you can see PDF tools, okay, this no follow something, these are the captchas. So let me go to the here, which is this is something which is not being allowed. The resource type is image. Okay, it is on here, so let's see if it's something that we can fix. So these are allowed. Not allowed is the recent, something is here is not allowed. I think this is the question mark. Yeah, so I will be deleting that, disallow this something such that it gets deleted, and let's go to that section and just click on save. So now this particular issue will also be resolved, and now we click on rerun. So that's how you can resolve this 5 issues with blocked internal resources in Robots.txt. If you don't know about Robots.txt much, then you can find the link in the description where you may get the resources in detail. If you want any help, you have our contact details in the comment box.